A case for urgent reconciliation and cessation of hostilities in Botswana, the Chuchuchu Reconciliation Directive. His Excellency Dr. Ian Khamas Retsekama, son to our founding father, says Retsekama, a police officer, a defender of Botswana, a nation builder, a patriot, a seasoned, disciplined soldier par excellence, former commander of the Botswana Defence Force, former vice president, former president of Botswana, the founder of the DIS, a man with a heart and love for Botswana and the environment and wildlife of Botswana. The first former president of Botswana to be treated so badly by his own successor and former vice president whom he chose. He was unlawfully and unfairly deprived many of his pension benefits, rights, privileges, decorum, and due respect as a former head of state. He is treated harshly by his successor and the president's office. He is not allowed to enter BDF, cannot be covered by Radio Botswana, BTV, or any government media. He is constantly harassed, embarrassed, has had many foiled attempts to poison him, unlawfully searched, intimidated by the DIS. All his supporters and admirers are profiled and blacklisted for bad treatment, including summary dismissals, arrests, unlawful detentions and search, abrupt contract terminations, non-renewal of contracts, unlawful surveillance, tapping of phones, blocking of key business opportunities, sabotage of businesses, intimidation and harassment, and other forms of cruel and unfair treatment. He is not happy about what he believes were state-orchestrated lies, including the 100 billion case whose main aim was to discredit him and portray him as a thief and dishonest man who cannot be trusted. He hates because his rich legacy is being destroyed systematically. State agencies are being used to trample his rights and make life very difficult for him. He loves Botswana, and wants peace, harmony, and tranquility, and is willing to give reconciliation a chance. His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kiabutsi Masisi, President of Botswana, son of former Minister Sutomo Masisi, a former Member of Parliament and Minister in Cessation Retsekama's cabinet. He rose through the ranks as Member of Parliament, Cabinet Minister, Vice President, and now President of the Republic of Botswana. He worked very closely with former President Khama until after he took over as President of Botswana. He believes he gave former President Khama all the due respect and support. He deserves to be respected as the President of Botswana. He is willing to give peace, harmony, and reconciliation a chance. He feels betrayed by his predecessor, Dr. Retsekama Ian Khama, his former boss, whom he served with distinction and loyalty. The former president left the BDP and decampaigned him and vowed to destroy the ruling party. He formed the Botswana Patriotic Front, which split the BDP votes. He is the first president of Botswana to be rejected by his own predecessor, and he feels disrespected by his predecessor's public utterances and communications to the neighbors and other international bodies. He believes the former president is belittling him and is a source of instability and a source of distraction. He has therefore refused a one-on-one meeting with him. He believes that he was duly elected as president and therefore cannot allow his former boss to stand in his way. He believes that he is justified to hit back, especially that he has in the main been very humble, respectful, and tried very hard to restrain himself from making public negative statements about his former boss, whom he still respects. It has never been the tradition of this, our beautiful republic, that a sitting president's biggest headache, opponent, and enemy number one is another former president who has run this country without being disturbed and any interference. The current situation has the potential to split loyalties, to fuel instability, tribal tensions, and divide the nation, as well as split the power dynamics. This obviously erodes investor confidence. Both our two leaders, they have a case. Both of them have legitimate demands. They have legitimate concerns, complaints, and genuine issues. Be that as it may, it is the nation and people of Botswana, innocent senior civil servants, and ordinary Botswana who suffer most due to this standoff. It is not in the best interest of our nation, Botswana, and their two excellencies for this standoff to continue. No. This therefore calls for urgent intervention and urgent interference. It is on the basis of the above that the following reconciliatory strategy, nicknamed the Chuchuchu Reconciliation Directive, is hereby proposed. The Chuchuchu Reconciliation Directive has a 10-point solution or proposals. One, that former President Khama gets a written apology from President Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi, read on all media by a neutral member of the clergy. Two, His Excellency, the President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi, gets a written apology from Dr. Seretse Khama Ian Khama, read on all media by a neutral member of the clergy. Three, Dr. Seretse Khama Ian Khama gets back all his pension benefits, privileges, staff, decorum, and coverage of his non-political, charitable, and philanthropic activities by all state media. Four, all senior civil servants, heads of parastatals who were unfairly fired, retired, terminated, be reinstated forthwith or paid their due benefits. Five, all revenge litigation be terminated and withdrawn forthwith, each party bearing their legal costs. Six, Dr. Seretse Khama Ian Khama forthwith disconnects himself from any political movement, including the BPF. Seven, all intended revenge investigations, harassment, search, intended arrests, raids be halted forthwith. Eight, both parties sign a cessation of hostilities declaration to be read on all media. 9, a national day of prayer, unity, solidarity, and reconciliation be declared, arranged by the Gaborone Ministers Fraternal at a venue big enough for such a dignified nation-building event. 10, a 16 hours after reconciliation, non-stop, zero alcohol music festival dubbed Rebakanya Lehatsi be held at a venue to be determined by BOMO in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. At this national music festival, only local artists and DJs will be featured. Both events will be widely covered by all media and shown virtually for maximum enjoyment of Botswana. Only locally produced songs on Botswana, about Botswana, will be played at this historic music festival. Thereafter, and for 30 days, all state media will only play local artist songs on Botswana, on nation building and unity. Finally, it is proposed further that after these two big nation building events, their two excellencies will together undertake a joint nationwide visitation of a selected 20 Kotla meetings where they will share the podium and address the nation on the following 5 thematic areas, namely the importance of nation building and unity, 2, the importance of mutual respect, 3, the importance of love, forgiveness, and national reconciliation, 4, the importance of national service and boipelego, and finally, the importance of values, both and self-discipline. This is my humble proposal. Yours in God's service, Attorney Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga. I am the convener and rapporteur of the Chuchuchu Reconciliation Directive. I thank you all. God bless you. God bless Botswana. Amen.